My name is Mitchy C, and you're watching Music Angel Press.
So, how did you get started in wanting to play music?
Um, that would probably be my mom and grandma. There was always music around my house and stuff like that, and like my mom, I remember being really little and like my mom would be cooking dinner and there'd be Bruce Springsteen records playing, there'd be Michael Jackson in the background, Janis Joplin. My mom was a big music fanatic, and my grandma also played piano, and like she's really the only musical one in the family. So I kind of got, I guess, like stuff from her. And then I kind of got older, started going to shows around like 12, 13, and then like kind of like 8th grade, like 7th, 8th grade, I was like, I want to play the guitar, I want to start a band, and then I picked up the guitar, and just kind of went from there. And, like, all the records I, found when I was a kid, like Green Day, Nirvana, like Bruce Springsteen, like all those things, like kind of pushed me into this like rock and roll thing that I want to do. And then yeah, I just kind of picked up a guitar, and one day I was in school and I was like, I want to start a band, and now I'm here. Yeah.
Alright, so what were some of your biggest musical influences growing up?
Definitely, growing up, like definitely like Blink-182, like Green Day, Bruce Springsteen, definitely. Michael Jackson was a big one played around my house. My parents were big, like, there's kids in the 60s, so they like, definitely like Jimi Hendrix and all that stuff was all, big influence on me. But definitely like the punk rock thing I really fell into when I was like, a young teenager and stuff, like bands like Rancid, Social Distortion, Alkaline Trio, stuff along those lines. Really like kind of pushed me into the musical direction.
Alright, what are some of the bands that you're listening to today?
I kind of pretty much listen to the same bands I listened to when I was a kid. I guess my all-time favorite artists right now are, I guess what I'm listening to right now is Butch Walker. A lot of him, a lot of Alkaline Trio still. I really am into this band Need to Breathe. They're like a southern gospel rock band, which is really cool. I also like Kings of Leon a lot. I really like the band The Format. I still listen to them from years ago. And yeah, like Bruce Springsteen, like I said. Bruno Mars, I think is a really talented guy. I think he's an amazing talent of our today. I've been listening to him a lot, and yeah, stuff like that. My music taste really hasn't changed. So.
Alright, what can fans expect? What can they come to see
at my live show? Just a lot of fun, I hope. Like a lot of high energy. I don't really take myself too seriously, so I just try to, have the most fun I can with it, whether I'm playing acoustic or full band or whatever. But some awkwardness on stage, and that's about it.
Alright. What inspires you to write music?
To be honest, that's a good question, because I just kind of started doing it one day. Sorry. Yeah, what inspired me to write music? I just kind of started doing it one day. Obviously, I'm not very vocal about things that go on in my life, and problems I have and all that. When I was, growing up, it sounds really cliche and whatever, but I just focused those emotions into songs, and that was my outlet, and what have you. And I'm sure that's the generic answer that everybody gives, but it's the truth. I'm not very vocal about my problems and stuff. I don't like burdening people with my bullshit, and so I just kind of put all that stuff into songs, and that's my outlet for it.
Alright, who's the most important person in your life, and why?
Who's the most important person in my life? Definitely my mom. She has kind of been there for me, pushed me along, and been my biggest fan since I started this thing. She was understanding when I was like, I'm not going to school, I want to do this. When I first picked up the guitar, she used to drive me to shows that I had to play, and she's definitely been my biggest supporter, and is still probably my biggest fan. So I get texts from her every day on the road. Stay safe. I hope you had a good show. Yeah, she's definitely up there. Definitely probably my most important person in my life.
Alright.
Yeah.
What are your views on self-harming?
Self-harming? And like cutting and such?
Cutting,
Burning, all that?
all that.
I definitely, I think that I think it's like become like
hot.
I think it's become like almost like an epidemic. Okay. I think it's become like, a really big problem in the U.S. Like a lot of kids are, resorting to that when like, there's like, I definitely think that, I don't think it's good for people to do it, you know what I mean? But I never judge, if that is their outlet, but at the same time, I'm a strong believer, you know what, like, you can always talk to somebody, you know what I mean? Like, shit's never so bad that you should hurt yourself, because, like, that's, I just feel like shit's never that bad that you should hurt yourself when you could, like, just turn to somebody and just be like, hey, I need help. And that's not saying that, like, I, don't, that I'm like stumbling over my words. Basically what I'm trying to say is, like, that's not me saying that, like, you're any less of a person for doing it. But at the same time, your mom or your dad or your best friend is just a step away. You can, and those are the people that matter most, the people that care about you the most. And, you can, they're always there. People might think they're alone and what have you, but, like, there's always people that care about you, no matter how alone you think I am. Because I was in a very dark place for a while, and, I thought I was, like, it was the end of the world, like, my world was coming down, like, my parents had gotten divorced, my girlfriend had broken up with me, we were selling our house, and, I just thought things couldn't get any worse, and I was in a terrible state. But you know what? I realized that, there's still people that matter. There's still people that care. No matter how bad things get, there's still people that are there willing to pick up the phone when you're like, hey man, I'm having a bad time. And I don't really know how to answer that. But I did, I guess, my best.
Alright. There's going to be some fun questions thrown in.
Cool.
If you woke up the opposite sex, what would you do?
If I woke up the opposite sex, I would be like, whoa, I have boobs. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea what I do, honestly. I'd probably go try to get a lot of stuff for free. Like, I'd try to, like, go to the bar, get some free drinks, try to maybe get some free meals out of it. I don't know, Guys are always paying for stuff for girls. I'd hope I'd wake up a pretty girl, you know what I mean? Like, that would suck if I didn't. And, like, but, yeah, I guess I'd go strut my stuff.
Alright, how would you want to be killed in the horror movie?
Wow. Let's see. How would I want to be killed in a horror movie? Definitely by Jason, because I think he's the funniest. I don't know, like, and if I was a girl, like, if I woke up the opposite sex and then got killed, I definitely want to be naked. I want to be the naked chick that, like, got killed in the movie. Because, like, I always think it's really funny, because, like, whenever there's a girl naked in a horror movie, she's gonna die. She's, like, swimming in the lake, being all hot, and then she's like, no, you're gonna die. Welcome to life. Yeah.
Alright, what would your Smurf name be?
I haven't watched that show in, like, 15 years, probably. I don't even know what their names are.
You make up your own.
What would my Smurf name be? Definitely, I don't know, Otis. Otis. I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know what Smurf names are, so I don't have any basis to go off of.
Alright, 3 things you would bring with you in a desert.
Chipotle snack wraps from McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Step Brothers on DVD.
Alright, what can we expect from you for the rest of this year and the beginning of next?
Well, I just finished recording a new EP. Nothing is finalized with it. Like, I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know when it's going to be done. All I know is that I just finished recording it, and I'm really excited about it. There's new songs on it. There's a new version of Little Things on it, which I'm really excited about. It's a little bit more rock and roll than my last record. Hopefully it should be out by the end of the year. Not the end of the year, by early next year. We're hoping to have it out, but if not, hopefully sometime soon after. I really have no information on that, but we just finished up the Next Big Thing tour. After that, I have plans to just write, chill home on the holidays, and then hopefully get back out on tour.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it for me.
What is the last words from you to your fans?
Thank you, for real, because I know it's the cliche thing to say, but without fans and without people, without listeners, all they are is songs. You know what I mean? It's you guys that, make it possible for us to do what we do. Because for real, like, it's a cliche quote, but without you, bands and artists are really nothing. Because all we have are songs, and you guys are the ones that come to the shows and make it possible for us to live our lives.